Chapter 5 is all about decimals. So an introduction to decimals, just making sure we understand the nomenclature or how to name the decimal places. What we're going to do is when we started in chapter 1, we named all of our whole number places with ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, and so on and so forth. So we're starting at the decimal and we were moving to the left. Now we're starting at the decimal and moving to the right. And our first place is going to skip over ones. It's going to go right to tens. But for each decimal place, we add a TH on the end. So tenths, and then hundredths, and then thousandths, and then 10,000ths. So we're going to use the same place values as our whole numbers. We're going to skip over the ones, but each place value is going to add a TH on the end of that place value. So I have a few different decimals scattered around here, and we're going to go ahead and just make sure we know how to name them. So up here, we could say 7.2, but using our names or our place values, we'd say 7 and 2/10. So whenever we say the word and, that is denoting there's a decimal there. So 7 and 2/10. 2 and 49 hundredths. So we say 49 hundredths because the last place value that we go to is the hundredths. So we have 4 in our tenths place and 9 in our hundredths place. So since both place values are being used, we would say 49 hundredths. If we look over at this one, we have 4 and we don't have anything in our tenths or our hundredths, but we do have a 3 in our thousandths. So we would read this as 4 and 3/1000ths. And then down here we have 1 and, again, there's nothing in the place value except for the 0 in the tenths. So we have a 4 in our hundredths and a 1 in our thousandths. So we would read this as 1 and 41,000ths, because again, the last place value that we're going to is the thousandths place. So this is just a really brief introduction on how to name the decimals and understanding the place values.